huge supporter of women in trading and finance and love to elevate the space, inspire other women to join, and basically do what I can to support that movement. I have written a lot about it. I have started a trading, women in trading and finance interview series where Anka and Airplane Jane Gillian had joined me just 2 weeks ago to talk about this upcoming event. So very, very excited to see lots of women coming in and presenting their particular approach to how they read markets and, specifically share that education. Some have, trading rooms and services. Others are analysts, but we'll all come together with a really common goal of letting other women know what they can be and how we trade. So this is great. Thank you both. And today is kind of a live trading room sample. And what I did, since I run, first of all, I'm Samantha LaDuc, founder LaDucTrading.com. And as you can see, I have a website here, but I also have, forgive me about that. I just kind of forgot that little detail and I'm sharing it since the beginning. I also run a live trading room. So the live trading room is very much I serve three different types of clients. In the background, you see my children. I served three different clients, my Delilah, Emma, and Lucas. They're all in college now. I have basically three different mind-focused clients. Some are chasing. They're very interested in the intraday movements, the market timing calls that I make. Others are swing traders, and they may or may not be in my live trading room, but they're definitely looking for taking advantage of bigger movements over several weeks and months. And then trend traders, as well as macro trader investors and minded folks that are looking at the backdrop of what the economy and policies and Fed and such are doing. So there's very much a focus on my reviewing fiscal and monetary policy, in addition to what's happening with CTAs and hedge funds and the rest quants, if you will, and how they're positioning. So I kind of take it a little bit differently in that I'm a very, very solid generalist and I'm reviewing a lot of different modalities. And I've talked about that in these events before, where it's macro and fundamental, it's technical and intermarket, it's sentiment and psychology. So with that, I look at the trading action before the open to spot the highest probability trades that are going to be moving. This week is a very big chop fest in my assessment. Last week was a lot easier on the downside, and I will share those shorts. But the meme stocks, if you will, I think that day is kind of past with the GameStop momentum, but I am definitely looking for clients to be able to take advantage of that momentum. So Monday it was Groupon, happened to be on my long list, and it triggered. And yesterday, craziness with Rocket RKT. So I basically come into the trading room and I present any pre-market themes that I have, things that look like good chases. I review swings and of course, look at the macro. So that's what you're gonna get right now. I did a live trading room this morning, and then it was condensed down or edited into live action. So you will see, since the morning is so much more eventful as it relates to momentum, and also really sizing up for the rest of the day and week. So I have a video that is condensed, about half an hour, and you'll see the main themes that I approach for clients. And that includes also custom engagement. So they're asking me, what about this? What about that? I'm not going to include all that. So that's been cut out, but very much a review of the shorts that were activated, that were active this morning, as well as the market shop, as well as the macro themes. And I'm going to let Dave show that video. And since it's a little bit confusing to come back in, I just want to remind folks that I am going to be coming back in at 4 o'clock to do kind of a proper presentation on risk management is a superpower. And I use a combination of my kind of macro backdrop with intermarket analysis, which is to identify trends like the reflation trade, if you will, that's been in play since the Biden bid late last summer, and the tech softness, and then the rollover. So these themes that I actually have over and over and over again every week, revisit with clients. And then I also use risk indicators. I have just soon to be announced on Apple, basically the March 15th, a launch of 3 risk indicators that are algo based. So they're algorithmic trading signals. Very excited about them, and they're working extremely well. So there are 2 offers that I want to provide folks who can come all the way to the end of this event, meaning my hour here and then the next hour. And you'll see a few themes. First of all, I have, like I mentioned, these risk indicators, which are right now free until March 15th. I'll have a link for that David can share that gives you access to the VigTech platform where my indicators reside. And they have been extremely helpful for timing both intraday and swing. And I want to show you what I mean by that. This is, in fact, risk range alert. If I just kind of go up here on the main indicators, you can kind of see that we have got some bearishness, and it actually is starting to neutralize as it relates to the Qs. It's still very bearish, but as it relates to the SPY, we're still in a bullish zone. So that hasn't solidly rolled over yet. Anyway, you can also go through and kind of see these across different ETFs. And ARK, for example, triggered, I can show you right here, March 2nd, 3 o'clock, this particular one. This is March 2nd, 2 o'clock. That was yesterday. So if then you bring up a chart, you can see that in regards to these trades, they are short duration. That's my risk range. And then I also have go with the flow, which is a swing trend. And then I have a portfolio hedger. That's a trend. So that's basically careful for your portfolio, add some hedges, add some volatility plays, because we're going to get some. Anyway, this has been a very helpful tool, and I definitely want to share these indicators with you if you want to take them for a test drive for 2 weeks before they go live. And also invite you, if you are interested in my trading insights, I regularly upload this kind of stuff, which is to say macro to micro power hours, something I do every Tuesday. Oops, I should actually share that with you. This is my website, my YouTube channel, which is LaDuc Trading Channel, and it has my trading insights that are very stock specific. And then there's the macro to micro power hour, which is every Tuesday and Thursday. I have a different theme. Last week it was SPAC attack, rates, volatility, etc. And I've got some really good names that come in as well. Jonathan and I, in particular, from VigTech, do our Tuesday talk, and yesterday it was about the dollar. But you'll see also down here, I've got, and this is where my featured presentation will go today, Women in Trading and Finance series. So here you go. We had Jane and Anka on 2 weeks ago to promote this event, and I'm very proud of the women who come in and share their stories of how they got here. So, and how they approach the markets. This particular week, I have a macro maven by the name of Juliette DeClerc, and she is just stunning brain. I saw her on Real Vision a few years back, and she has her own shop. She's boutique macro. And again, I have day traders, macro, all kinds of women in this business I have featured in this webinar series. But she is definitely a big brain as it relates to fixed income and bonds and interest rates and currencies, and how it affects equity. So I invite you to come back for sure on the Thursday Women in Trading and Finance series. So speaking of women in trading and finance, I have a wonderful offer from my marketing manager, if I can find it. I think, David, you have it. Yes, which is at the end of this, very excited, International Women's Day. It's actually Monday, but the whole month. Well, I'll show it to you again. I'm kind of bad at this sharing thing. There we go. It's for the whole month. So I want to make an offer for any, especially women who are kind of curious how this works as far as analysis and then operationalizing what's happening in the markets to actionable trades, which I do all day long across all asset classes. It's been busy on the short side, which is kind of also my bread and butter as it relates to this turning right now in the sector of tech. But I do want to invite you in, and there's a very good promotion at 30% off first month's new subscription, and we've never offered that before. So in honor of Women's Trading Month, I definitely would like to invite you to use this coupon code IWD2020 in our on our pricing page. You can basically pick your month and come on in and try it. And definitely, I think the whole concept is the more you learn, the more you get. So LaDucTrading.com pricing, you'll have access to that coupon code. And if you are interested in early access to my risk indicators, there'll be a link for that as well. So with that, David, just to make it easier for you, I think we're going to show that video. If I remember correctly, you have got it. And